I don't know if I'm okay. I don't see the light of day. Looking up to higher ground, thinking that'll be a sweet escape. These days gotta schedule the romance. They say that love is a slow dance. A short bike ride to the crib using no hands. Oh, did it feel like I'm floating? But I'm falling with both eyes closed when I let the world spin. Testing the water, she got my nerves tense. Back when I ain't even have a purpose, I was so eager to learn some things. Anxiety bring out the worst in me. Society paint me as enemy. My making it by that remedy. I'm more occasional, don't do it regularly. Backs under my eyes, weighing down heavily. Mama been worried, the devil allegedly deep in the plan. Subconsciously wanted it since I was 10. I thought I was sharp on my scroll and my pen thinking dead. So mama found she to them legs. She told me that's not who I am. But nowadays I put on for the fam, see you when I can. I'm surrounded by my feelings, I'm stuck on a Ferris wheel. I bet I perish at 140 acres. She want the horse and the carriage, a porcelain portion of garbage. I talk to the mirror, I know that life's not the fairest. I lost my can, I can't pay off the bills with the blessing. I'm sure I relate to the Reddit page. It's feeling like money is everything. Money is everything. It's everything I need. Till I lay my eyes on you. I don't know what this is, yeah, but I feel like it's real, baby. I don't wanna pretend, no. I just wanna come clear, wanna see you again.
What it do, folks? What it do? Welcome to the lab. Oh my goodness. Oh boy, how you feeling, brother?
Man, I'm a little tired, brother.
I don't look at you. Damn, you just having a hard time. You out of focus.
Man, I'm
Yeah.
still out of focus. Oh
Well,
my God, help me out, man. I thought I was looking good.
you know, we trying to stream in 4K, and you looking like
How was that? That's
360p over there, yeah, dog. 360p. You looking like AOL dial-up. It's all right though. Much love for you. Much love for you. People, we see you jumping in. Oh my goodness. Let me start with moderator on my channel. Shouts out to MDH in the building. Oh, let me get these comments lined up here.
Oh Lord.
Hey, MDH in the building. Send me the link to that show that you're going to after this, so I can come over there, like I said, and heckle. Sonny, what's up with you, brother? We see you. Appreciate you for jumping in, man. You're a good man. Love to see you. Love to see you. Yeah, we fancy over here, right? This is what we do. Pay no attention to the Roku screen because it's not connecting to my network, so I can't get my banner going. You know, tech issues happen when you go live, and
You got all kind of problems over
I
there.
do.
Can you just power it off and then start it back up?
Really? I tried. I tried to reboot. Look at that. See that talking madness. Now the whole thing has started over. I'm just gonna turn the TV off. It's all
No,
bad.
man.
It's all bad.
You gotta have something. You gotta have something when people get tired of hearing you talk.
Oh,
Then
they never
can at
do. See, Dad. See how you talking bad about me? I'm glad you're here, sir, just to make sure that he stays in line. What we got here, old school Tuesday turno. What it do?
Oh, shout out to that 1 year anniversary today. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, today is her official, how do you word it? This is her first year.
Okay.
She's done 1 year of streams.
Wow, congratulations. That's a huge milestone. And look, every one of them has been fantastic. Priscilla, please put your link
21 episodes.
Put your link in the comments because we really want folks to chime in and join your channel because you have some fantastic content and it definitely needs to be shared and shown. Hit the spot 1006 in the building. You better straighten up over there, brother. You better straighten up.
I'm trying. I'm trying. I see what I did wrong.
Okay.
So while you talking to the people, can you take me off the screen since I'm gonna tell on myself?
I can do that. No problem. No problem.
Sure.
Paul, we see you, sir. Thank you for joining. He's set my alarm for this one. What time is it? Because you are on the other side of the pond. Tell us what time it is in your neck of the woods, brother. All right, he's in the background trying to fix his stuff. But look, we got a lot of stuff to talk about while he's going through all of his conundrums. If you could see him in the green room right now, he is pulling earphones out of. I'm gonna throw him out there. He's pulling earphones out of his head. He's adjusting camera angles, moving tripods, all that stuff. Right? We got a lot of stuff to talk about. Yeah, while he's doing that, I should might as well go on and get into the stash party, because I'm all about making sure folks get that money, take care of their financials, and look, stash stock party is definitely the route to go. I don't even know who Party City Holding, who is that, who that is, but I'm gonna get my stock here regardless of that. So if you are not financially investing, if you don't have a broker, if you're not doing it yourself, whatever the case may be, if you need some guidance, I highly recommend you check out Stash. Right, they allow you to buy increments of all stocks, all Fortune 500 companies, index funds, and they've gotten into crypto as well. So if you want to venture on that side, I'd highly recommend it. Use my link right there, link.jameshicks.org/stash stock. You actually get $20. I think I get a kickback as well, but that's not what I'm doing it for. I'm really focused on making sure that you guys get some of this financial freedom as well. My portfolio is growing. I'm gonna go and say it, just due to Stash and these stock parties that they do. So I highly recommend you guys take a look at that as well. Tallboy, you ready to get back on screen, brother? Because I can go forever.
Come on, man.
You talking madness? Okay, you talking madness. Man. I'll bring you back.
Do I look better? I look a lot. I look a little bit better.
You look like, but you look like you're like a school.
I look like I lighten up. I turned on some light. That's all it was.
Turn on some light. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I was over here in the dark talking about my mind's telling me no.
Don't start that. don't start none of the Mark Kelly. I took him off of the audio mixer. I have none of his beats anymore. It's 1 a.m. in the UK. Okay, thank you, Paul. Appreciate you, brother. See, look, Mel wanted me to throw you on the screen while you were in the midst of doing all that.
Really? That's brutal, man. But I deserved it because I didn't have I was not properly equipped today. So
okay. And look at it, hit the spot.
I'm entitled to an off night, right?
Never. When we go live, it's always 100 or not. And
no excuses.
I'm gonna tell you why, because we got Dr. Elicio Way in the building. Shouts out to Elicio Way. This man right here, folks. Listen. Elicio, put your channel in the comments. This brother is out here doing big things. He's been moderating some events. He's been out there talking at some conferences. I think he just got back from Texas. He's about to do some other things with Black creators. This man is a man to watch, and we just want to give him his flowers while we can. So, E-Way, go ahead and put your stuff out there, brother.
Awesome.
Okay, thank you, man. Appreciate you on the comments there. Sammy Superstar. Sammy's got some new merch. Oh my God. I saw Sammy streaming with the Nixons the other night. Sammy's got some new merch. He was the first person's merch that I bought. So man, shouts out to that man right there. We got winners in the room. We got Chris Williams. This brother, I don't know where he is. Chris is probably in Greece, Italy, Mexico. This man is doing it right. He's got some phenomenal content as well. The World According to Chris. Appreciate you, brother, for jumping in. Appreciate you. And we've got someone specifically calling out hello, tall boy, Norvelda Rowe. Look at you, giving you some love.
Okay, that's the Howard Girls Priscilla's show. So I mean, the old school Tuesday turn up crew. So What's up? How y'all doing? Hopefully y'all enjoyed. For the ladies that are not familiar, or anybody that's not familiar, we do a tech show every Wednesday at 8 p.m. promptly, and we talk about tech news and trends, and we just try to educate you on topics that you may need to know about or pay attention to, shall we say, in the next coming weeks or coming months. And normally we've been ahead of the curve. And we've gotten it right a couple times.
That's a trip too. You think about it, right?
But we really want to break down the technology to you in plain English, and what does it mean? And hopefully you like what we have to say and what we have to offer. And you tell a friend and you come back. That's pretty much it.
Look,
And with that,
we got
you want
some
to go
new
right into
folks.
it?
Well, let me go ahead and acknowledge all the folks coming in. We got Debbie in the building, old school Tuesday turn up, saying she's a Howard person as well. So welcome to the stream. Love it.
They call her Debbie Reynolds Oola. That's her name. That
Okay.
you gotta put the ooh la like with that name.
Okay, I love it. I love it. Let's talk about the weekend tech, brother. What you got? Have you?
Nothing.
Damn, you didn't let me get it out. Let me get it out for the folks who don't know what the weekend tech is that we're talking about, right? Have you acquired anything? Are you looking at new hardware, new software, new services for your content creation journey, or just for any digital publishing or entrepreneurship that you're involved in?
Actually, I am looking at some software.
Okay.
The only question is, do I want to spend the $250 for the software to be able to make it work? And basically, it allows me, or it will allow me, with these streams, we could bring in guests, and they can be on a video wall. And then we can bring them in as a video wall, as an interactive guest. I think when you watch the talk shows, the afternoon or the morning talk shows, they have the guests that are on the video walls, now that the pandemic has happened.
Right.
So I'm looking at some software. I don't want to tell you what the name is because I have not decided whether or not I wanted to invest just yet. So
good.
But I think it will be able to enhance what we're doing. We can have a studio guest, so as opposed to them commenting, they can actually, be incorporated into our streams. So I have to still play with it, but I'm in the early stages of that.
Awesome. Look, I'm gonna pivot just a little bit, and I'm gonna say first and foremost, shouts out to MDH there for catching that troll there, and moving them from the stream. But you're not winning unless you got trolls. We're building something to help support minority and women content creators. So because there really needs to be platforms, there needs to be frameworks, there needs to be systems in place that allow us to get access to some of these tools and resources. So I'm putting together a team of some winners to help design that. And we are in the midst of having that conversation. So Tallboy, maybe we can talk about that offline. And when you're ready to actually bring that to light, let's just make sure we do that. It's not just for, again, minorities and women, but again, we're going to start and focus on those groups because, again, we're typically the ones who find about things last. And we want to make sure that everyone has equal access, equal opportunity in terms of either software, hardware, services, resources, and things of that nature. So that's what we do, right? And you're right. It's all about the winners. So my week in tech, but I got a gang of stuff. I really spent a lot of money this I can't even front.
Not even Christmas yet.
I can't even front, right? But it is October, so it's birthday month. I replaced all my lights. So I'm rocking Godox ES45s for my front view here right now. So very large flat panels with the diffusions. I got rid of the Neewer lights. I got rid of the Elgato lights as well. So I've got a little different, a much softer look as well, which is what I was trying to get to. I didn't like the washed out look, so I'm going with these and got up my white balance and color balance all dialed in. I've got a mobile device running on my main camera that I may show off a little bit later, but I'm not gonna show it off now because I don't want to break anything. So folks, I got a slider. My main camera is on a slider, so it can move back and forth and kind of.
Well, now that you've done it, you might as well just show them.
All right. Hopefully it don't work. Okay. Hopefully it works. Right.
Look, guys,
so here I go. Right.
Talking.
Here it is right there. So as I'm speaking, I've got the slider that goes back and forth and kind of, again, gives that cinematic feel while I'm having conversations when I'm doing one-on-one interviews. It's pretty
motorized.
Slick. It's
so
motorized.
Have to push it.
Well, no, I do. I got to push my. It's controlled through my app, an app on my phone. So it again gives that illusion and that feel of being able to move back and forth. But I'm so absent-minded that I'll forget that it's running. So if I go back to our screen right here, is it moving? Yeah. See, that looks crazy, right? I can't do that. So, but that's something I did put some money in. Right.
He just wanted to show off.
I'm stunned.
All those big words.
I hope it moves
ones
back.
Who are watching for the first time, he's using big words right now. He's pulling out all the stops because his birthday is next week, and he just wants to show off.
It is.
So I'm not mad at him. Let
Don't
him
be
have his
mad at me.
moment.
Don't be mad. Let me at least get it back
Look
to
how
where.
he's talking, and as he's talking, it just slides back. And I mean, put your hands up because you're not doing anything, right?
It is dope.
You're doing it with no hands, right?
Don't trip. It is dope. Yeah, don't pay no attention to what's going on behind the curtains, man.
I'm not mad at him. Y'all give him his props. It looks like we do have a troll in the building, but we're not mad at it. Just let them just do what they do, and we just ignore it, and we keep it moving.
All right.
But let's go into the topics because we gotta get out of here at a hard stop. So
no worries. So look, it's Techtober, as the other influencers within the digital media ecosystem have coined this particular month, and this year it is not disappointing. This week we've already had some major announcements. We've had announcements. Some of them were major, some of them were just okay, but Apple has come out with some things. Google has come out with some items and some products. Samsung had a conversation today with folks that are in that ecosystem, and tomorrow Sony is going to be releasing a new camera. So that's obviously definitely something that's in my wheelhouse as well. Let's go ahead and start with Google, because I want to start with something that I think is I don't know. I'd rather start with Google. So let's start and have that conversation about the Pixel 6 and about the advantages that are coming with that device. Why I think it's cool, while I know you think it's cool, and why it kind of may resonate with folks who are in the Android ecosystem. So let's go ahead and talk about that, brother.
So if you have an Android, or if you are iOS, put in the comments, are you Android or are you iOS? So that way we'll know, because we're going to talk about Google today, because they just released yesterday their phone, the Google Pixel 6. And I don't know if a lot of people have been paying attention, but we already know Samsung and iOS, or Apple, are the two main players. LG was giving people a real run for their money, shall we say. But they're now have folded. They're no longer a player in the game. And so as you start to say it's time to upgrade, we know that Samsung has pushed their foldable phones that was $1,800 and $1,000 for the little makeup kit phone. So now Google is saying, hey, we want to be a player in the game, and we want to step it up. And they released the Pixel 6 and the Pixel 6 Pro.
Right.
And basically, yesterday they said that the phones were available. You could just order. They were available yesterday. Some people had some problems with it. Some people didn't. The price point was reasonable, $599 for the Pixel 6 and $899 for the Pixel 6 Pro. So while everyone is out here trying to say these phones are too expensive, who's going to pay $1,000 for a phone, or $1,500 for a phone, or $2,000 for a phone? Pixel said, all right, we're going to give you the same technology, but just at a cheaper price.
Yeah.
And some of the features.
So hold on, before you go into the features, I don't want to overstep that and overlook that, because this is something that people should take into consideration. Everyone else is licensing the OS from Google, right? Pixel is manufactured by Google. And to get a stock Android phone from Google themselves at what really is a relatively reasonable price, $599 for 128 gig Pixel 6, that's 6.4 inches. Man, that's a great deal in terms of a 5G brand new smartphone that allows you to really have that computer in your pocket. Again, y'all know I'm the biggest Apple fan on the planet. I'm saving them for a little bit later because I got some madness to talk about them. I'm not as happy with what they did, but for the folks in the Android ecosystem, these devices are, and the 6 Pro, right, $899 for 128 gigs. It's a huge screen though. It's 6.7 inches. Those are, when you compare them to the LGs, when you compare those to the Samsungs, when you compare those to the OnePluses, what you're getting from those other manufacturers are a lot of added on software functionality, and a lot of times a lot of bloatware. But if you just want stock Android, if you want your device to work like it's supposed to work, take a look at these Pixels if you're part of that ecosystem. So I just didn't want to pass over that right there, just again in terms of what those phones are offering, what they're providing?
Okay. Um, I lost my train of thought since you did that to me, um, but some of the features, I mean, they're doing 4K
Yeah,
video on
yeah,
their phone.
4K
They
60
have a
frames a second. Yeah,
new sensor chip, sensor on a chip. They call it the Tensor Chip,
yep.
and that Tensor Chip will allow you for artificial intelligence. So when you're sending out text messages, it will translate into a different language as you're typing out. So if you want to type out in English and you want to send something out in French or in German, it automatically does it. And it's learning your language or learning how you move to where it starts to say, they fill out the words for you because they know the way you type, or they know your language or your version of how you speak. So that sensor on a chip, or the Tensor Chip as they call it, that's a really cool feature. Another cool feature that they have, and I don't know the exact name of it, but and this is the first time I've ever seen this technology on any type of phone. When you take a picture, you know how people photobomb you, or there's something in the background. I don't know if James, you can send that picture that we did last week. We were in Vegas and we had a lot of background stuff going on. I was able to go into a photo editing app, and I was able to remove the background of the picture that James and I took together. Well, now on the Pixel 6, you can take a photo, something could be in the background, and it can automatically remove everything in the background, so where it focuses on the subjects or what you wanted to focus on. And you can literally say that bad photo now becomes a great photo. So that's
Hmm.
one of the cool things about this Google phone. And you remember, it's $599 and $899. Um,
So
they
talk
also
a little bit about what you're sacrificing and what you're giving up. Because the main question that I had when I saw it was, that's a $300 difference, and you alluded to it in the green room before we started. One of the main differences about so let's talk about the camera. It seems like no one buys phones to actually make phone calls anymore.
right,
Everyone buys phones for the camera, and the fact that the Pixel 6 doesn't have that wide angle lens,
right.
man, that's
So
huge.
Samsung and LG, I don't know if iOS has it or not, but LG was the first one to come out with the wide angle lens.
Yeah, iOS has it
Um,
as well. Yeah,
it does have it.
yeah,
Okay. Well, with Google, they have a telephoto lens, which allows you to zoom in and get a better close up shot. But when you take a group shot, you have to back up. Well, with the LGs and the Samsungs, you can hit wide angle and you can get the whole room, or you can get everyone in that photo. You lose that functionality because they chose not to put a wide angle lens on
right.
their phones, and that's for the $599 and the $899 phone. So I think overall, is it enough to say I'm willing to make a switch with what I currently have? It has some cool features, but I don't know if I'm ready to make that switch. I thought Google has some great technology and they're doing some big things. And they also have some other deals. And I can't find it in the article that I'm reading right now with subscriptions, where you get 200 gigs of Google One Cloud storage, YouTube Premium, and YouTube Music, and Google Play Pass.
Right.
So that was it's called the Pixel Pass, and you pay $45 a month, and you'll be able to unlock some of these features where you get that 200 gigs of cloud storage. You get YouTube Premium, YouTube Music Premium, and Google Play Pass for $45. So that's also another cool feature that they're doing, as opposed to you paying for those individual subscriptions. You get all of that, and it's bundled into one price.
Yeah. And so think about it. Google started this move into services exclusive to Pixel with I think it was the Pixel 5, when they were allowing Pixel 5 owners to take full resolution, non-compressed photos and save those to their Google Photos. Everyone else, right, we went through that whole conundrum of having to compress our photos if we wanted to. We were limited on space as well. So again, now we're seeing these companies. So read between the lines, folks. Apple started doing this as well. Samsung is playing with it, but now Google is saying the services is where the money is, where that long-term residual income is. You subscribe to this $49 service, uncompressed photos, you get access to this, and this. You also get 5 years worth of security updates on the phone in and of itself, only through the Pixel. You're not going to get that through Samsung. You're going to get something else. Maybe you're going to get something else with LG as well. There's value in going on an Android side. I really believe there's a value in going with a stock Android device, even though you get some pretty cool things with like the Samsungs and the LGs. You get multiple folds, you get a lot of neat stuff, but functionality wise, if you're a part of the Android ecosystem, man, definitely take a look at what the Pixel is.
Right. So, like I said, most people, yeah, whatever. Most people, I'm being honest, most people know Samsung because when you go into your cell phone provider store, whether it's AT&T, Verizon, or T-Mobile, they're only going to push out iOS. They're only going to push out Samsung. That's their job. They want to get the commission. They know they get higher commission rates, but they're not going to break down what the Google Pixel phone is. Just walk in and just say, "Can you tell me more about the Google Pixel phone?" I promise you that they're not going to break it down and be as detailed with the Google Pixel as they will with the Samsung or the iPhone 13. Yeah. I guarantee you that. So I'm not telling you to go out and go get a Google phone. I'm just saying they're trying to be a major player. And based off of how it works this year, will determine whether or not Google will rise to the occasion or they'll just be another stalemate. And, like I said, only in America do they have the OnePlus, the Google, Samsung, and Apple. That's it. Pretty much. Yeah. Now you can go get an Oppo phone, a Huawei phone, but you have to look on Amazon. Huawei has been banned from the United States. So you're not going to be able to get that Google Play Store or get any of the apps through Google because of the ban that 45 put on Huawei last year for trade secrets or something like that. Don't want to go into that whole discussion there, but there's no real players outside of Samsung and iOS, and they know that. Now, if you go overseas, there's some other phones that are great, but you'll never see them here unless you're really into the cell phone ecosystem, if that makes sense. Yeah. So just giving you a heads up of what's going on with Google Pixel. I saw somewhere in the comments someone said that they did not like it. They did not like the phone. I wonder why. What features did they not provide? Was it the way it felt? Was it any of the I don't know. Was it the refresh rate? I don't know. So I've never had a Google phone. I thought because I have the LG V60, which is a foldable phone. I don't have my Fold with me, but because this is a foldable phone, I've connected to a case and it turns into a fold. I'm gonna have to upgrade, and my only option is either go over to iOS, go to OnePlus, go to Samsung, or go to Google. So I was really looking forward to this. Now, there's still a possibility that Google may come out with a Fold to compete with Samsung, but that remains to be seen.
Yeah, well, we will see. And Laura is saying that it was frustrating because it wasn't intuitive for her. So that kind of makes sense as well, right? You've got to kind of be willing to kind of dig in the weeds a little bit to get an understanding of some of the Android functionality and things like that. Before we move off of the Pixel, though, I want to give some of the specifics. So again, the Pixel 6, $599 for the 128 gig model. Overall capacity is 128 up to 256. It has 8 gigs of RAM from a system perspective. It's 6.4 inches for the Pixel 6 with a 90 hertz 1080p OLED screen. That's relevant. The 6 Pro, $899 for the 128 gig model, overall capacity of 128 gig to 512, system RAM of 12 gig, and that's a 6.7-inch screen. It's a huge screen, but it's 120 hertz at 1440p LTPO, meaning it'll modulate. So the Pixel 6 Pro will actually modulate all the way down from 10 hertz all the way up to 120 hertz, kind of future-proofing that extra $300 that you're spending on that phone, right? I'm telling folks, don't get a phone or anything that's less than 120 hertz, and that Pixel 6 at only 90 hertz, it's going to look okay, but it's not going to look great. It's not going to be anything in comparison to like a Samsung or maybe even these new iOS phones when they finally get their stuff together. But the 6 Pro being able to modulate from 10 all the way up to 120, that's a big deal. That's not one of the sexy things that folks are going to be talking about, but that's one of the technical things that folks should be concerned with when they're considering those phones. D Hill in the building, we see you. Okay, brother, we see you coming in off of Facebook.
D Hill's no, D Hill is she is in the music industry.
I just saw the fellas is standing in the middle there. You know, I'm old. Let me get my glasses. Hold on. My glasses.
Well, now that we spoke on Google, unfortunately, James poisoned us last week with Apple, and he's going to give us, I guess, a review of what happened. I think that a lot of people were not pleased with what Apple announced last week, but James will give you a recap of what happened on Monday.
That's an interesting perspective that you put there, and you know I've been thinking about that. Right, the challenge is a lot of fans, enthusiasts, owners want something, but they have no say in what the companies are doing. Right, we want it to do X, Y, and Z, but does that really resonate? Does that really matter from a long-term strategy? We're just fans, enthusiasts, maybe even investors, but you know, understanding the repercussions of taking the headphone jack out of the iPhone so early. Everyone was pissed off about that, but oh, look at that. All we use now, wireless headphones. Everyone else is doing that. Taking the power brick out of the phone, out of the case, right? Everyone was all over Apple for that. Look what Samsung is doing. Look what everyone. So again, we get upset, and rightfully so. As consumers, we're spending our hard-earned money. We want, on the Apple side, what we want from these laptops, what we want is a touchscreen. That's what we want. All this other stuff is cool stuff. It's cool, but what we want really is a touchscreen. Like it's something to probably eliminate having to carry a laptop and a tablet. That's what we want. Now, the announcement that came out this Monday from Apple was not, and I repeat, was not for everybody. They really, for the first time, Apple really focused on the pro user as opposed to the consumer. These devices, the MacBooks that came out, the 14-inch and the 16-inch, they actually have some pretty decent specifications in them, right? In terms of brand new processors and it's Apple Silicon, so it's blazingly fast. You can't deny that. It's one of the fastest processor out there in a consumer device. It just is, right? But not everyone needs that. The folks who really should be looking at this are the ones who are doing high-end video processing, the ones who are probably in our realm, content creators who are multi-streaming in 1080 and 4K preferably. We're streaming in 4K, folks, so shouts out to that. But who are doing high-end processing from a compute perspective and from a GPU perspective, meaning from a video perspective and from a system resource side. If all you're doing is logging on to the internet, looking at your social network, doing a little bit of email, doing a little old school word processing, do not go out there and spend $2,000 on a M1 Pro or a M1 Max 16-inch laptop. Just don't do it. And what's interesting enough, though, a lot of us on the pro side who have been waiting for this laptop, especially in that form factor, the 14-inch and the 16-inch, these things are already on allocation. So the delivery date is already shifted from November to December, and some of them, when you get the larger configurations, is already into next year. So we wanted this. Again, the subset of the community who is in the pro market wanted this, but the consumer folks really don't get that gas, don't get that gear acquisition syndrome, don't get that fear of missing out, don't get that need where it's the latest thing coming out of Apple. I love Apple because I got a watch and I got a phone and I got a HomePod and all that I got to get this new MacBook Pro M1 Max. Don't do that. Just again, I am saying that. And again, I'm the guy who worked at Apple for 10 years and I'm telling you to probably stay away. It's a great machine for what it does and for what it's worth. But again, not everyone from a consumer perspective needs that.
I will say something positive about it.
Okay.
They're bringing back the SD card slot.
Yep.
They're bringing back the HDMI port.
Yeah.
These are things that you automatically think that should come on a laptop and they don't have it. And like James mentioned earlier, Apple is known for leading the charge of saying you don't need that, and you gripe about it, but then you realize you don't need it. But people were paying for dongles, whereas us as PC users, we had these features. I have a SD card slot reader. I have a USB-C port on the side of my computer. I have my HDMI port to where I can connect my TV right to it, or I can connect a camera right into my into my laptop. Apple brought it back, and the question is why?
Because they were stupid for taking it away. And they were wrong, but they won't admit they were wrong. Right? It's crazy to think, why did you take away the SD card? Why did you take away the HDMI ports and only give us 2 Thunderbolt connections? And then we, as a technologist, had to go out and explain that to the consumers of USB-C is different than Thunderbolt, even though it connects into the same port. It's different because of data, and right. Instead of having that convoluted conversation, they brought back the ports that should have been there in the first place. I personally not a fan of MagSafe. I think they brought that back because the MagSafe connection.
Can you explain what MagSafe is for the ones who are not familiar?
Yeah, so Apple products used to have what's called a MagSafe connection, and it's essentially there may be a picture. It's a magnetic connection to right here for your power connection. So old school days when you used to walk past your laptop in the room or something in the conference room and you trip over the cord and your whole thing would fall on the floor because the power adapter pulled the whole thing off. This stops that and this saves that. It's just a magnet that's connected to it, and it allows the connection to come off in the event of an emergency like that. I like the USB-C connection primarily that's in the laptop that I have. But again, MagSafe, was something that they had. Now they brought it back. They took away the touch bar that was at the top of the MacBook from last year and 2 years ago, which allowed you to have kind of a visual display of your volume, your emoji, and just some functionality application based that would actually show up on the screen. They took that away because no one was really using it. I was using it.
Let me ask you. So does the MacBook now compare to now a laptop?
Well, the MacBook
with the functionalities, with the new functionalities, because you said they took away the touch bar.
Yeah.
They brought back the HDMI. They brought back the SD card slot. Can you say that do you like the ecosystem of iOS, and you now have the functionalities of a normal PC laptop, or is this just a MacBook?
Well, remember, MacBook is again that device on the iOS side, on the Mac OS side, comparative to a Dell, a Lenovo, or an HP laptop. This still really is the environment, the platform for creatives. I'm not going to say all content creators, but for creatives have typically leaned towards the Apple ecosystem. This is a great device for content creation and for pro users who are using. Think of someone like Henny the Business, right? Who's part of our ecosystem as well, content creation. He's out there making beats. He does all of his stuff off of an iPad. He ordered one of the MacBook Pros as well. I think Alicia Way in the room here, I know he's running off of a Mac Mini similar. I am the small desktop unit, but some of those folks are also ordering these laptops as well because it's finally in the 14 and the 16-inch form factor that people have wanted. this is the route to go if you really need high-end compute, high-end video, and high-end, pretty much high-end compute and high-end video crunching capability from a mobile device. This is the route to go.
Okay.
But not everyone needs that. But not everyone needs that. So don't give into it. Don't go to Best Buy or Micro Center and see it on the shelf and think I got to get that. No, you don't. You can get last year's device and be just okay, and you can be okay.
Now, considering this is a consumer show, I want to talk about some of the other things that Apple released. From the HomePods, the Airbuds, and the voice plan.
Yeah, let's start with the voice plan.
Okay, so before he goes into this, remember these are things that you're going to be seeing heavy promotions over the next couple of weeks for the holiday season. Apple is going to be doing their launch of their ads and saying you got to buy this. We're just breaking it down in plain English to where you understand to say, is this really worth our time, or is this really worth my dollar? Mm-hmm. So and the reason why we went into Google phone is because we wanted to break it down in plain English for you as well. So talk about the voice plan.
Apple, I don't even understand it, to be honest with you, but Apple Music voice plan, $4.99 a month, is being billed as a pared down version of the Apple Music subscription that is initiated, run, and accessed through Siri. Siri isn't all that great from the jump anyway. And now you're asking me to pay to just talk to her in my headphones or through my phone to say, I don't want to say it too loud, but Siri, play this particular song or
play Tupac.
Play Tupac.
Yeah, right, I'm saying it so it don't set off for you.
Yeah, thank you so much. As I'm looking at it, make sure that. But that's the idea, right? For instead of paying the full subscription of, I believe it's $9.99 a month for single or $14.99 for family, now you can have just a non-visual experience that's controlled by your voice. When I say non-visual,
so it's voice only.
It's voice only.
You don't type. So basically, for $4.99 a month, you're just you're saying, hey Siri, play this song. Hey Siri, what is the news or what is the weather? As opposed to you literally physically typing it in on your phone.
Exactly. And Greg said, yeah, I can pay you the $4.99 a month and you'll talk. I appreciate you, man, because I can't see. Look, I understand there's probably value in it, and it's another way for these companies to get services. Because again, we've been talking about that a lot as well. But this just seems
it's a way to market to another audience, and it's how can I get the $5 out of you, if that makes sense. That's all.
Yeah, it's capitalism at its greatest. It really is. I don't like it. I don't, and I'll admit I don't like it because I think I don't see the value in it. I would rather they probably lower the overall pricing because Apple's got cash that they're sitting on that's just ridiculous, right? I think they could actually do that. They could lower the price of the standard subscription from $9.99 to $6.99 or whatever, as opposed to bringing up this experimental offering of
they want the money. The more expensive it is, the more valuable it is. If they say it's $4.99, $5.99 for the premium, you can't make the voice $1.99. So you're paying for the value. That's all.
But again, we on the Apple side.
You're paying for. I'm saying you're paying for the name.
Yeah.
Apple, you pay for the name.
But see, again, we on the Apple side know that Siri is trifling. We know Siri is not where it needs to be, and would much rather use something like a Google or rather use Google, or Alexa. Okay, let me make sure she didn't kick off.
Well, speaking of Alexa, finish your statement, and I would love for you to talk about the many colors of the HomePods. But finish that statement there.
All right, so that's that. I'll touch on these AirPods real quick, and then we'll go into the HomePods as well. Anyone who has the original AirPods, I got a pair if you want them. Still sealed in the box too. So, but
maybe we could do that as a giveaway to get people to follow and subscribe.
We'll do that. Okay, cool. So yeah, I got a pair of the original second generation AirPods. They have been replaced, upgraded, and the new ones, the third generation, now look like the AirPods Pros. The only thing that they do not have is active noise cancellation. and I think there was another option that they didn't have. But the new third generation AirPods are $179, while the AirPods Pros are still at $249. These original ones are at $129 right now, and they're going to continue to sell those. But that was what they offered. And then don't forget the AirPods Max, $549. That's for those ballers out there. I can't rock with those.
Gotcha.
Go ahead, brother. You want to talk about the HomePods? I actually like these HomePods.
No, I mean, I just heard that they come in different colors.
Yeah.
Basically, you can set reminders, if I'm correct. Your mom can be in the kitchen, your kid can be in the room, and you can literally say, tell James to come in for dinner.
Yeah, intercom feature. Yeah.
It's got an intercom feature. I thought that was really cool with the HomePod Mini, but I mean, this is your thing. I'll let you.
It's cute. It's cute. They come in yellow. They come in orange, blue. Now I'm actually gonna get 2 blue ones to go here in the studio to kind of throw off the environment. They're like $99 each, so the price hasn't changed. They will be available starting next month as well. But yeah, they got some new colors.
So the cool feature about it is the intercom system. Is that correct? I don't know if they already had the intercom functionality before.
They already had it before. The only thing that's new is the colors, right? The one of the niceties of the HomePod Minis and the HomePod systems is they're very similar to Sonos. So you can actually group rooms together as well. So I can tell my Apple Music to play a song in my office, play a song in the living room, and they can be different songs, or I can group those environments that actually play the exact same Tupac album throughout the entire house. And I've done that before. Scared the neighbors to death. But
that's it. So that's the only new functionality.
Correct.
Because like I said, remember, Christmas is coming. People are going to be like, well, should I buy this HomePod Mini over an Amazon Echo or over an Amazon Alexa? Or a Facebook portal? What makes this so hot as opposed to one of the other devices? So would you recommend a HomePod Mini?
Not if you're not part of the Apple ecosystem already. Pricing again, $99 each, when you can get a Echo for $39, and Amazon is going to come with some killer deals for holiday time too. So they'll probably offer something that's Apple stuff never goes on sale. So it's going to be $99 until it's not $99. But again, if you're not part of the Apple ecosystem already, I really steer folks from trying to jump in and just get one thing, because you'll get sucked in. That's just the way it is, right? If you get one, you got to get the other, and then you want that other one too. But if you already have some Google devices, if your smart home is multi-networked, then take a look at what Google's offering. Take a look at what Amazon is offering as well with their devices. But you can get the same functionality from a $39 or $29 Alexa.
I have one question.
Yeah.
And I'm not really trying to be rude. Is this the last Apple event of the year?
It's the last televised. It's the last streamed event. Yeah, they may do something where they just put something on a website like that $19 polishing cloth that they announced. Well, they didn't announce. They just released on Monday as well. And again,
I only say that
don't sleep on the $19 polishing cloth because it's sold out. Right? We laughed at it for a minute, but
all I'm saying is everyone on here is not Apple people, and they're probably tuned out. And we've spent the whole hour talking about Apple. I gave you about 10,
I apologize, but I can leave.
I let you have your rant, but I just want you to know we don't want to talk about Apple no more. I just want to get it all out now.
All right.
So if there's anything that happened throughout the whole year, if there was one Apple device that you recommend anybody to buy, what would that one Apple device be?
Tablet, an iPad.
Get an iPad.
Okay.
Because it's got
Mini.
the M1 because it's got the M1 chip in it, right?
I get the iPad Mini, which allows for connectivity with the new Apple Pencil. Yeah.
Okay, so if you're looking for holiday things to do, or buy or purchase, or somebody that loves Apple, James highly recommends the Apple iPad Mini. We shouldn't have to hear no more about Apple for the rest of the year, right?
Do whatever you want to. I know I got a gang of streams too where I can talk about what the hell ever I want to talk about. But we won't put it out there like that.
I mean, like, man, like we almost done, and it's like all we talked about was Apple. Do the call to action, brother.
Oh, this may be the last show we do. I pushed the wrong button. Forget it. It doesn't work. Call to action didn't work. So there you go. There's the joy of live streaming. So you got me all flustered there now, right? Again, this may be the last lab up in this. How about that? Very funny. No. Let's go ahead and move on to the next
You're
story.
not gonna do the call to action for real?
No, it keeps. I don't know what's going on. I've moved a lot of files back and forth between my external storage and my local storage, so it's probably cached right now and not doing right. So there you go. There's how the sausage is made. Blame it on an apple. Yeah, blame it on an apple.
Hey y'all, follow us on the Lab Tech Show, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We're on TikTok, but we don't post on there.
Oh,
that's not us.
TikTok.
That's not us.
TikTok.
The Lab Tech Show. If you want to watch any previous shows, they're not about Apple. The LabTechShow.live. I know we're on streaming on multiple platforms, but if you want to see some of our older shows, go to the LabTechShow.live, not the .com. That's it.
I love it. You want to talk about Facebook as well, but we didn't mention, and we'll just talk about this in passing. Samsung again had an event as well. Bespoke is the term that I'm gonna use for Samsung. They're allowing you to customize your Galaxies, your foldable phones as well, and be really creative and be really unique with the way that it looks. So you can have different covers. You can have the new Samsung Watch with various different wristbands and things like that. So they've actually partnered with some anime organizations as well. Samsung already talked about their products. They already released them. They're not new products that they released. They're just more customization capabilities and options. So if you're into that ecosystem and you're looking about that, take a look at what Samsung is offering. They actually look pretty cool. I like the fact that they're allowing you to customize the look of every inch of the devices that you get from them. So moving on from that.
Cool.
We got love from the community. Appreciate you there, Lisa Maria. And Dorothy is, she was saying, you just hating.
I'm hating.
You just hating.
Y'all know I don't care for Apple, but I'm just trying to show love because I let James have it.
But see, what you got to remember. So I'm gonna put you out there on front.
James got to have his rants about Apple, and he wants everybody to know that Apple is the ish.
No,
it really ain't. But go ahead.
I talk more madness about Apple too, right? But you got to remember, it's not about us, brother. It's about the community. It's about it has. We just here facilitating. It's not about us.
Understood.
There you go.
What you got? What's next?
Instagram. Let's talk about Instagram. Instagram is finally going to allow people to post from the desktop, and this actually is pretty good. The aforementioned TikTok allows you to do that, and that's one good thing about that platform. But IG finally allowing you to create posts from your desktop is coming. I haven't seen it yet on my side, but I know your friend Reese, when we had him on the show a few weeks ago, he was talking about some things that were coming in terms of creator tools, creator functionality, and this is what's starting to roll out now to the general public, allowing to post from the desktop, allowing you to also kind of share capabilities with your reel. So a collab test feature available starting today lets two people co-author posts and reels. I think that's
so.
Pretty
what does
cool.
That mean? You can co-author a post. What does that mean?
It says I'm assuming, again, and there's not much context written here in the story, but I'm thinking that you could start the context from your side, save it in a draft, share it with me, and then I pick it up and then start adding content as well. So almost like the duet feature from TikTok, right? Where two people can actually, again, using the word, collaborate on a post that goes out. Now, where does it go out? Maybe it goes out to both of our profiles. Maybe.
Yeah, that's what That's what it's saying. It's saying you
Well,
just have to invite someone else from the tagging screen to get them involved. Followers for both users will see the post, and it will also share the views, likes, and comments. Safe to say that this could be valuable for everything from superstar team ups and sponsored posts. So let's look at Tinder and Lyft, last week's topic
mm,
that we had.
mm-hmm.
They can do something together, and then they can co-author a post, or you and I say, hey, we're going to talk Apple versus Google, and now we collab together.
Yeah, I think this is great, right? Because again, we've talked about this before, about the conversation of IG thinking that they were more than just a photo platform, right? This is really rich media, rich content, video creation as well. So being able to collaborate across platforms and across profiles, I think this is a great thing. Will they overtake TikTok in terms of watch time, in terms of utilization? I don't know, because TikTok's got some. Again, I can't figure it out. Every time I log on to TikTok, I don't know what I'm looking at, and it's not what I want to be looking at. But this could help with the watch time and the usage of the platform for Instagram.
I think another cool feature, and it's right there on the screen, non-profit fundraisers can be started right from a post button. So your favorite organization, they can, have a charity and they want to raise funds, and they can direct you straight to a GoFundMe, or straight to some type of link to where you can donate or support with the community. So, I mean, with their community, if that makes sense. So I think that that's pretty cool that starting today, you can do fundraisers right from the post.
Let me see. I'm gonna throw my IG up and see if I got it.
You got a fundraiser? You got a
What?
nonprofit?
Well, no. I was gonna throw my Instagram up and see if I. What the hell? Oh my goodness.
Oh, see, we already know what he be looking at. Look
That's
at, look at. I
Taraji
thought
P
you was
Henson,
married.
brother. Women's
Okay.
Health magazine. Oh, see,
Oh,
don't start that.
know what you looking at.
of all posts to come up too, something like, oh my God, it's all good though, Taraji P.
It's a family show.
The family. Oh Lord, I don't want to see that 50 Cent down there. But no, it looks like I don't have the capability as of yet. Good Lord, I may have to edit that out.
Okay.
Pull yours up. Let's see what you.
No.
Let's see some.
You might see a fight video or something like that.
Let me see one of them ratchet. What's going on in ATL? Shouts out to ATL though. We got.
Yeah, we wilding out here,
Yeah,
man. We really are wilding. We doing donuts on the
Oh,
bridges. We shutting down freeways. We riding on the back of semis. Yeah, we doing all kind of crazy stuff out here in Atlanta. So
of all posts to show on my IG at the time when I
we
go
only
live.
I don't know if we have a few minutes or not, but Facebook, and we're gonna talk about this more next week. But be mindful. Facebook plans to make a name change. But I think that there's something else that they're really doing that I think that makes what the name change is all about. And it's going to be called Metaverse, a digital platform enhanced by augmented and virtual reality where people interact through digital avatars. So if you ever saw that movie Ready Player One, I think that's right, if I'm correct. Basically, you can interact with your family and friends, maybe, who knows? We don't know the announcements because everything has been locked down. And Zuckerberg is not telling people what's going on. But just keep in mind, for all the people that are on Facebook, understand that there's going to be some changes within the next couple of weeks. And you're going to hear about it in the news a lot more. And we don't know what the name is going to be called. But just understand that the word metaverse is going to be coming up a lot more. And just keep in mind, just look up or Google the word metaverse and see what that comes up. YouTube it, Google it. And then there's another one that another phrase. This was on 60 Minutes. And I'm going to see if I can find this or not. Let me see if I can find it. look up a word called deep fakes. Uh, deep fakes.
Mhm. Mhm.
Fakes. So pay attention to the word metaverse and deep fakes, and just watch how within the next year, 2022, 2023, just remember we told you Facebook is going to change their name and they're going to focus on the augmented and virtual reality, and the word deep fake, how you'll be able to say you're not there, but you're actually there in a, not a hologram. I think I'm saying it right.
Mhm. Mhm.
But in a hologram way, I, and I don't want to mess it up. So, like I said, we're going to talk about it a little bit more next week because we've run out of time. But just understand, Facebook is about to make some noise, and start paying attention to what's going on in the augmented and virtual reality world.
Cool. You said we ran
Cool.
out of time, so I won't say anything.
um, you got a birthday next week, man. Any plans? What you doing?
Yeah, we actually, well, tomorrow heading down to LA to go hang out with Joe for the weekend, and then my dad's
Like, you hanging
birthday
out with
is
Joe?
on
Who is Joe?
Joe. Damn,
Joe Biden?
you
You
just
hanging out with Joe Biden? You
you
hanging out with the president?
you
Well, you
all
out? Wait, what?
you just hitting me with all kind of kidney shots today, boy. Okay, you just okay. My daughter Jordan is at UCLA. We're
You
going
said
down,
Jordan. I thought you said Joe. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
man. Yes, sir. So we head out to bar to hang out with her, and then my dad's birthday is on Halloween. Mine is before that. I don't like telling people when my birthday is, but we're actually going to take them to the ocean and hang out for a while as well, and just kick back and relax. Yeah, that's my stuff there.
So are you gonna rent a boat, or are you gonna be out there on one of those boats that's out there
No,
in
no,
the
we got no,
shipyards trying to
we
get in,
I'm gonna be out there. Yeah,
trying to bring some product in?
I'm gonna be pulling them PlayStation 5s off of the boat for everyone. No, no, no. We got a house out there on the water that we're gonna sit back and kick our feet up.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
I thought you was gonna get RTX 3080, 3090, and a couple PlayStations while you out there on the ocean.
You never know.
Uh, and just swing the boat over that way, and have a couple of them fall onto your yacht that you're renting, or that you got.
You
So.
never know. I got to keep it secret because Dad's on the phone on the line right now. So yeah.
That's what's up. A happy birthday to you as well, senior. With that being said, it's the lab. We talked Apple. Hopefully, we don't talk about it no more the rest of the year. Get your Apple iPad Mini, because that's what James said go get. And if you're interested in a Google phone, do some research. Go into the stores. Just ask the people. Tell me more about it, and you'll find yourself seeing that all they care about is the commission of Samsung and iOS Apple.
There it is. We out.
It's the lab. It's the lab, y'all.